welcome to I've Wasted, Get Me Out of Here! A show where we challenge 4 students to accumulate as little waste as possible over the next 3 days. Contestants with the most waste at the end of each day will be exiled. Let's meet the contestants. Nadia, Katie, Ella, and Roy. Day 1 here at the Eden Project, national statistics have revealed that we throw away a massive 7.2 million tonnes of food every year, most of which is perfectly edible. That's crazy. Realistically, this is not a sustainable way to live. We could carry on dealing with the effects of excessive amounts of waste, but why not get to the heart of the issue? Is the key to success changing the attitudes of society or making technological advances? Join us as we explore this problem further.
Today we are joined by Dan, the Educational Officer at the Eden Project.
What are the main ways the Eden Project manages waste and aims to reduce it?
Everything you buy has the potential to be future landfill, and there are really easy ways to reduce waste. Food waste, for example, if you make nice food, people will eat it and not throw it away. So there's some onus on us to make the best food possible at the best price possible, therefore people won't dump it in the bin.
Do you believe that if we are to solve the issue of waste, it will stem from behavioural change or technological development?
I think inevitably it will be a bit of both. What I would say is that the people who sit on the polar opposites of that debate are probably wrong if they're not accepting that actually the answer is somewhere in the middle. Which we throw something away. Because in the psyche of people living in the UK at the moment, waste is something that we throw away. We don't ever really think about the position that actually I'm buying this stuff in. There's some responsibility on me to reduce this stuff coming in the first place. We're not saying stop buying stuff, just buy better. We tend to live fairly passive lives. Things happen that we accept that this is the way it is, and we don't feel much agency to be able to change those things. I think the big behavioural shift is that we can maybe reclaim back some of that agency.
We've rounded up our students and their day's waste. As you can see, some of them have found this easier than others. I'm afraid, Nadia, it looks like you found this a bit difficult. What went wrong?
I think it's just so hard to change when you're so set in your ways. It's not human nature to go out and think about waste when you're purchasing products.
Excuses. Nadia, I'm afraid you've wasted. Welcome back to the second day of I've Wasted, Get Me Out of Here! The tension is mounting between the students today in Padstow as we explore the issue of commercial waste. It's been revealed from government statistics that 48 million tonnes of commercial and industrial waste is generated in the UK each year. Tesco alone accounts for 30,000 tonnes of waste every 6 months.
Here we have the personnel manager on behalf of Tesco's in Padstow.
What does Tesco primarily do with its waste?
Well, obviously we record waste, first of all, so obviously we can track where, the profits and the waste and that goes. Depends on what it is, so obviously if it's fresh waste and things, we actually have them bagged up correctly and then transported back to the depots, and then they deal with the waste, ongoing. So it goes towards the remaking of, animal foods, etc. So that's what happens with the majority of the waste.
Do you think the current government policy for sell-by dates is good?
Generally, yes. I think we have to have some sort of restrictions, some actual, way of controlling it as such. However, I think sometimes there can be a lot of waste that people throw away by the sell-by dates when actually the product could probably be used. As a business, as a company, obviously we are controlled by the waste and by the sell-by dates, etc., which we adhere to at all times.
Some supermarkets give away out-of-date food to charity. Is Tesco among these?
We don't do that with our waste, no, because obviously with the sell-by dates, etc., we want to make sure the food is obviously safe for consumption, etc. But we do food banks. We promote food banks a lot where obviously customers can purchase products for our homeless, etc. So that's our sort of contribution towards that.
The amount of commercial waste disposed of in the UK is shocking, but do individuals have the power to change that? Changes to policy seem to be the driver of reducing commercial waste because supermarkets and restaurants have to follow strict rules about sell-by dates. Looking at today's accumulation of rubbish, we have a clear loser. Ella, looks like you've slipped back into your old ways.
I guess I just lost motivation today. I don't see how me reducing my waste is going to make any difference to the bigger picture.
Admittedly, it can be hard to see the bigger picture sometimes, but if 1,000 people made a conscious effort to change, then we would see 1,000 times the difference. Small changes add up to make huge changes. But Ella, I'm afraid to say, your journey with us is over. You've wasted. Get out of here!
This challenge was just ridiculous. We are all set up to fail. Everyone else just hasn't worked that out yet. I don't think my individual impact is going to make any impact on the bigger picture. Commercial waste accounts for like millions of tonnes, whereas I only have a few crisp packets. If they're not going to change, then I'm simply not making a change either. Besides, I don't even waste that much individually.
For the final day of I've Wasted, Get Me Out of Here at the fabulously sublime Royal Cornwall show. Today we're thinking about household waste. Annual household throwaway has a retail value of an outrageous £6.7 billion, just from people not eating it in time. It seems that some people can take sell-by dates too seriously. Some food is perfectly edible way after its best before date.
UK households waste £12 billion of fresh food each year. How do you feel about this?
That's a bit bad, isn't it, really? I mean, they go by the use-by date and throw it away instead of using it. I don't believe that, though. I don't believe it either.
Do you think the presence of bins can sometimes make people more inclined to throw rubbish away?
That's absolutely. We actually did that at dinner time. We would normally recycle because we're sitting next to a bin. We have actually just thrown them away, yes.
Do you think supermarket deals can encourage household waste unintentionally?
I think it's that the buy one get one free, that encourages waste, because sometimes you don't want two, you only want one of something. But if it's buy one get one free, you'll have it, you know, even if you don't use it, and that's silly.
We've reached the final day for our contestants. Now let's see how they've done. But first, we have some footage taken from our sneak cam. Oh, what do you have to say for yourself, Nye?
Oh, come on. I mean, our entire system is set up to encourage us to buy more than we need. Never mind the fact that a lot of ways to reduce waste are counterproductive. Paperless offices, because it's so renewable, to replace one of the world's most recyclable things with items full of rare elements and powered by burning gas. Insanity.
There's no point trying to hide it, Nye. You've wasted today. You've fallen at the final hurdle. It's clear we have ourselves a winner! So, Katie, how have you found this experience?
Winning this competition means so much to me. The last few days have been eye-opening but pretty difficult. It did make it easier being surrounded by other people making the same changes as me.
Will your changes carry on into the future?
Yeah, I will definitely try to continue. By changing my attitude towards waste, I hope to encourage my friends and family to do the same. After all, having the support of those around you is proven to helping you make longer lasting changes.
And finally, can you offer any thoughts on long-term solution?
I think the answer to creating a sustainable future in terms of waste management is not clear-cut. As I've learnt this week, lots of factors need to be addressed. Attitude adjustment, more public education, policy and legal amendments, as well as technological advances, are not mutually exclusive and must all be put into practice to achieve reduced global waste. We are the drivers of change.